Hey there, welcome back to Unhooked, where we untangle emotions to build clarity, confidence, and calm. Today, I'm going to talk about something that affects every single one of us without us even realizing. We are diving into the three emotional habits that are draining us daily. Let me ask you something. Have you ever ended a day feeling completely exhausted, even though you didn't do anything physical? And the day was absolutely tiring? Emotional fatigue. And the chances are one or more of these three emotional habits are quietly every single day. Habit number one, over explaining yourself again and again. We do this when we don't feel safe just being ourselves. We keep justifying our feelings. I didn't mean to offend you. Oh, I didn't mean this. I wasn't tired. I hope you didn't find I was rude. You say yes and then explain for 5 minutes why you said no at the first incident. You constantly feel the need to be understood. But is that the real reason? The deeper reason is somewhere you've learned that you feel too much or not valid until and unless approved by others. My dear friends, you do not need approval from anyone else. Science says this is linked to emotional boundaries and high people pleasing tendencies. It activates your brain stress and your response every time you feel misunderstood. Your body tenses up and your energy drains. I'll take a spiritual perspective as well. In Vedic philosophy, this is tied to the fear of rejection, a deep rooted sanskar. You want to feel wanted all the time because you don't feel enough. But you do not owe anyone constant explanation to feel worthy. The simple solution to this, the next time you feel like explaining your no or your feeling, just say, I hope you'll understand. But this time, this is how I feel. If you can't say that, at least just pause and let silence do the rest. Was that helpful? Let's dig down to habit number two. Internalizing other person's mood. What do I mean by that? You walk into a room, someone is upset. Suddenly, you also feel upset. This happens with highly emotional people. You start thinking, did I do something wrong? Sounds familiar? This is emotional absorption. You're constantly soaking in other people's feeling. If someone is not feeling good, you start feeling bad. If someone is crying, you start feel like crying. You're absorbing other people's feeling like a sponge. But the truth is, you are not responsible for everyone else's energy. But your mind doesn't believe that. So you try to fix things. Well, in spiritual wisdom, this habit comes from an overreactive heart where you're too open energetically and you haven't learned to create. Empaths and highly sensitive people have more activity in their brain, making it easier to pick up emotions and harder to separate from them. Like every other thing in this world, this requires for you to work on yourself. You have to act. The simple solution is start your day with an emotional boundary. Say this aloud in the morning. I release what's not mine. I send love, but I keep my scent. Visualize a white light bubble around you. Yes, it may sound woo, but believe me, it works. You don't fix any other person's mood. You protect your peace. That's what you need to remember. Other persons, it's their responsibility. Keeping your peace is yours. Coming to habit number three, replaying the conversations in your head, probably that you had years long before. Someone said to me something few years ago and you're still playing the scene in your head, creating that pain, anger again and again, rebuilding that story, rewriting that story, rewriting those arguments. We think we are processing the emotions, but actually we are feeding it. We are feeding it to grow more and more. That's why it doesn't go out. This constant thinking of them increases your cortisol. It affects your sleep and it affects your digestion. You know what? What the yogis call this? Probably what I understand, they mean and they call this as mental looping. It's the mind spinning its own stories until you start believing, yes, this is the truth. But the problem is that is only your truth. It's not anyone else's truth. Here's the fix. Use the label plus let go technique. For example, anger, let go. Sadness, let go. And you have to constantly remind your mind this is a replay. Take a deep breath, stand up, drink water, do something different to break the pattern as soon as the old situation starts playing in your mind. You are triggering your mind to return in the now whenever you put it in the action. Because if you don't, that will become your default pattern. I hope you liked the 3 tricks, and let's reflect quickly now. Which one of these 3 habits show up in your life most? I will love to read your comments below. Drop it in the comments. It's not a confession, but as a moment, once you put the comment, you release it from your body, and it is your commitment to shift. If you found this helpful, please hit the like and share it with your friends who may be stuck in an emotional burnout. And don't forget to subscribe to Unhooked for more such real and relatable content. Next week, I'm bringing you a very powerful and interesting story. It's eye opening. You don't want to miss it. Until then, take care of energy. It's sacred. Stay calm and stay unhooked.